Okay, I've been working on a spot welder, and the first winding I had to remove, and I had to remove it because I left in there a current limiting shunt, which is this stuff right here, and that is here, and it was under the paper, and I didn't see it, and so I had to strip it out and completely rewire it with this nice thick uh, wire, copper wire, and then I'm going to put it back uh, and see if this improves anything, and if not, then I have a much bigger transformer from a microwave oven, which is the biggest one I have, and then I might have to use it and then use this one for a different project. So that's where I'm at right now. Put the transformer back in, wired it, everything is stayed original. These cables are original, but I had just one set of these uh, car jumper batteries like this on the floor, and that didn't do any good. Then I put in two, it made it a little bit better. So I decided that I'm going to take it all off, and I'm going to use this much thicker jumper cable that I had around, and we'll see what that does. So I installed these way thicker wires. They are also from Car Jumper, pure copper, much thicker than the ones on the floor. And I used the same spot welder as I used before. Everything is identical. The only difference is that I had this business end connected directly here and correctly directly here, and I had no other wire, and this is actually shorter than that one I was using previously, but it's not welding, it's just heating things up. So I'm gonna have to probably add just a little bit more stiff wire like this one, which is the one inside the transformer, and I guess make it work. But I just can't make it work right now with this extension cable, this little flexible wire. This wire is stiff, but if I make it longer, I'll be able to go up and down and be able to weld batteries deeper. So that's all I can say right now. After redoing this transformer a couple times with different windings, I came to a conclusion that the length of this cable here was causing tremendous loss. Even though this cable is nice and hefty, thick, uh, multi-strand copper wire, really nice thick wire, but it made no difference. And I made different length, and I also tried different um, wires, and I just could not make it work as good as when I was connecting this weld spot, the pro part, directly to here. And at the time I had the cables about this far out, so I can actually fit the battery underneath. But now I put this flexible wire, I made it as short as possible, and so now I can actually lift this up and weld the batteries. uh, as you can see, the timer is set to 10 milliseconds and full blast, but I don't have to have that. I can change that lower now, but it's welding the 0.2 thickness on these battery packs like this one. I tried to take it off. It's in there for good, and so I'm very happy that it works. But if anybody has problem with their welder at home, they made out of a moto and a microwave oven transformer. People call it moto, MOTO. Um, the problem is usually not the main winding, but the problem is usually these two wires that are coming out, that they have to be thick and short as possible. Even though I heard that before, I thought that when I winded my own and made it, like pretty heavy duty, I thought that it did not apply, but it does apply. The current dissipates tremendously in just this little short wire. It would actually work better if I can have the probes put right here at the end. So if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to call. One other thing I want to mention, this board, this particular board, which is very inexpensive, I bought it from AliExpress, uh, needs a 9 volts, but it has to be AC current, not a DC current. It will not work if you try to hook up over here uh, where the power goes. There's two pairs in here. One pair is for the foot pedal, and one pair is for the DC. No, AC current. Do not use DC current on this board. It has to be AC current. Otherwise, the board does not work. It lights up, but it doesn't do any good. It needs basically it has its own converter uh, when it makes from AC, makes a DC, and then feeds the board so they can control this big MOSFET. Okay, so again, as I said, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll be more than glad to answer. Have a good one.